There is a difference of opinion on the Trump administration's move to send federal law enforcement into Portland to handle the protests. The administration believes it was within its right to do that, but both a former New Jersey Superior Court judge and a senator disagree. The unrest that has come about in the aftermath of George Floyd dying at the knee of a Minneapolis police officer is continuing, even if it is not getting front-page coverage every day. The Trump administration sent federal law enforcement to Oregon's largest city to handle the demonstrations, with videos showing peaceful protesters being through in unmarked cars going public. This was done without local law enforcement's consent or knowledge. Donald Trump said on Monday that the troops that were sent did a fantastic job and that they arrested a lot of people. Local lawmakers, however, said this only made matters worse in Portland and asked Trump to pull the federal law enforcement out. Senator Rand Paul, RKY, tweeted his disagreement with this situation. Along with sharing a conservative blog article about the arrests by the unidentified agents, Paul commented, "We cannot give up liberty for security." He added, "Local law enforcement can and should be handling these situations in our cities, but there is no place for federal troops or unidentified federal agents rounding people up at will." Also disagreeing is Fox News's Andrew Napolitano. "You have anarchy on one hand," he said. "Sending armed, untrained police into the streets wearing fatigues without the knowledge or consent of the local police actually caused more violence on the other hand. What happened in Portland over the weekend, it was not only unlawful and unconstitutional, it's just plain wrong," he continued. Sending armed, untrained police into the streets wearing fatigues without the knowledge or consent of the local police actually caused more violence. Napolitano also referred to a complaint by Oregon's Attorney General against the Department of Homeland Security. "You have a lot of peaceful demonstrators," he said. The complaint filed by the Attorney General of Oregon against the DHS recounts horror stories of peaceful people being kidnapped, held blindfold, handcuffed, and incommunicado for just hours and then let go. "There is no reason to disturb those people. The people they should stop are the ones with the baseball bats," he continued. "The federal government can't do what it doesn't have the authority to do. And it shouldn't do anything without the coordination of the locals." Acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf told Fox News, "I don't need invitations by the state mayors, or state governors to do our job. We're going to do that, whether they like us there or not. We want to work with them, and we have a great working relationship with the vast majority of local law enforcement," he continued. However, there are some communities that, again, want to breed this environment that allows this lawlessness. Wolf also defended the department's actions in a statement last week. "Instead of addressing violent criminals and their communities, local and state leaders are instead focusing on placing blame on law enforcement and requesting fewer officers in their community," he said, adding that the response of local authorities emboldened the violent mob. "This siege can end if state and local officials decide to take appropriate action instead of refusing to enforce the law," he continued. DHS will not abdicate its solemn duty to protect federal facilities and those within them. Trump indicated on Monday that he may be carrying out the same actions in other cities. "I'm going to do something that, I can tell you," he said. "Because we're not going to let New York and Chicago and Philadelphia and Detroit and Baltimore and all of these. Oakland is a mess. We're not going to let this happen in our country. All run by liberal Democrats." The Lincoln Project has attacked this administration move as well with a video explaining, "This is how it starts." The videos of masked, anonymous government officers attacking American citizens who pose no threat is shocking to watch, said Reed Galen, co-founder of the anti-Trump PAC. "Federal agents with no badge are kidnapping civilians into unmarked vans. How is this America?"